Consistency beats perfectionism. Why is that? First, let me explain what's perfectionism. Perfectionism is like when we make something perfect, like it's obvious by the name. Like we have a um, we wait for perfect circumstances. That's one part of perfectionism, but not the one we talk about today. This part of perfectionism is like uh, we have to make we have to like max out our work. From the start we do as uh, much as possible, which is stupid. Let me give you an example. So that's like perfectionism would be like getting 100 kg bench press. Now, why is that bad? Like, on the start, why would consistency be that? Okay, so first off, it doesn't make sense for like from the start to go all the way up. Well, you know how it goes like zero from 100, from 100 to from 0 to 100. Like, uh, if your goal is to get to 100 kilograms, you wouldn't like bench press if it's like a bench press, let's say, for example. Um, if your goal is to bench press 100 kilograms, you you wouldn't like go to the gym every day and try to bench press 100 kilograms until you do it. Of course not. It's stupid. Like, you, first of all, you would injure yourself. Second of all, you would never hit that. You have to go from weight you can bench press, like, let's say 10 kg, then 12.5, then 15 kg, then 15.17, 17.5, then 19, and so on and so on. Also, like, let's say our goal is to, you know, um, to run 100 kilometers. You wouldn't like to try to run 100 kilometers for in the first day. No, you would like run the first like 500 meters, the next day 1 kilometer, the next day, well, 1 kilometer and 500 meters, maybe even 3 kilometers next day, and four, then five. Maybe one to the one point you'll go a bit slower until you hit 100 kilometers. Now that makes sense, yeah. But this is how we do things. Um, Usually, when we have no brain, until we learn this lesson that I'm about to give you. Basically, let's say you want to get that. Uh, you want to meditate for 1 hour. That's a good example. So what do? You wouldn't like set timer 1 hour then start meditating. No, because it'd be boring as hell. Like, for the first time it's like the worst. You're never gonna last that long. Maybe 5 minutes max, and then you're done. And the next day you're probably gonna be like 30 seconds because like it sucks really. It's above your capacity. Now, that would be like, let's say we don't learn from our lesson, and the next day again we try for 1 hour. We'd be doing even less progress. And sometimes we would say like, I didn't meditate for 1 hour, I'm gonna meditate for 2 hours the next day, and it doesn't work out. What's better? Paul, let's say next day you go 30 seconds. and the day after to win it. And you go so on and so on, but best part is you manage to do it every day because it's manageable. One day if I'm gonna feel bad and you're gonna like maybe you're gonna have to take a bit of a step back, then maybe even day afterwards, but like day after that everything goes fine smoothly. You go from that point, jump, 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 jump. And that's good. Maybe you're gonna start get to some point, but you're gonna figure it out. But this is how we most of us don't do things. Like we usually just want, we hear like David Goggins. I don't have nothing against the guy. Like he's great. Like he's a disciplined person. Uh, what I'm saying is like we see those like videos of disciplined people and they do like 100 kilometers run, um, bench pressing 100 kg, meditating for hours, uh, having businesses that have a lot of they are really successful, but we have to like we they some of them did, some of them like they just decide to be disciplined, but that's not most of us. Sometimes something happens like something specific. Hey, probably you said fuck it, like my life is really bad and I'm gonna improve myself immediately, and it happens, but most of the time it doesn't. And but you keep repeating that same mistake, like go bam bam bam, you try to give your like full power but it doesn't work out and you feel bad. And I'm minimizing the standards, which is okay. You get like um, uh, maybe you feel shit at the start, like holy shit, I can meditate even for 1 hour, I do that 30 seconds, but it still doesn't feel much. But next day you do a minute, maybe day after that 2 minutes. Then you find out, oh, that's actually easy, I'm gonna do 5 minutes. And so on and so on and so on, and you reach that 1 hour meditation goal. Or at least that's the usual. And also, you want to work on your business, so you see people like work for 10 hours straight. You don't go to that. You first straight, just 5 minutes of doing some stuff, like the main stuff. Then after 10 minutes, then 20, then you get into that flow like getting that in consistent, you get that consistency, you do it every day. For me, it's like kickboxing training. First off, I started with just stretching. Like I mentioned, listen, I love stretching, so I had no problem like doing it for 1 hour. But before that, before like it wasn't like much big. It was a really big thing for me. Yeah, I had a problem with it. I didn't want to stretch, but I found out it's fun for me the way I do it. And first it was that like 1 hour of that. Then I started the training in just a bit of training, like maybe just 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, and that's enough. And I like just 5 minutes. Then I jumped to like 10 minutes. After that, it was half an hour. Sometimes you make those big jumps, but then after that, I wanted to add running, and yeah, that's hard. That's like the most realistic one you're gonna get. Like I just ran for 600 meters, like this, like one circle. How like in that one place that I train, like run that one circle. Next day did two, 3, 4, and managed to get to 10. And like a few days ago, it dropped down to 5. Then I have to go like again 6, 7, or 8. But that's okay. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have bad days. But the thing is, you're doing it every day because it's manageable. Plus, it's fun. It's fun. You're making progress, and that's what matters the most. If you want to join my community and learn more from me, it's down in the comments. There you can I have self-discipline course, and also you can talk to other people there and make suggestions about new courses that you make and see you there.